Okay, so just starting to settle in and arriving here and now, and just giving yourself that permission to open and be imperfect at this, and just witness and observe the next few moments. Moving into a mindfulness body scan. So keeping an open awareness and being very present and in the body. It's okay if your mind wanders or thoughts and feelings pop up. When you notice that, just acknowledge that it's there and then step back into the guided body scan. And you may do that many times, and it's all okay. It's part of the process. We'll start with some sensory information. So noticing the sounds in the room, observing and witnessing, letting them be there and letting them enter into your awareness. Noticing the sense of touch. So all of those points of contact. Maybe it's the contact between you and the surface beneath you. Maybe it's contact between body part and body part. And notice the quality of the pressure there. So notice those points of contact that are very heavy and relaxed and surrendering in. And then noticing the spots that feel like there's lighter pressure. So maybe there's tension lifting off of that point of contact. Not trying to change or judge here, just noticing the points where you feel relaxed and the points where you feel tension. Now, if your eyes are closed, this is an inner sight. So noticing any visual cues or shapes or colors. Maybe there's just nothing. That's okay too. Now noticing any sense of taste that may be residual. And then taking a deep breath in, noticing any scent that you may find or notice. And then bringing your attention to your breath. Noticing what it feels like to breathe. The inhale versus the exhale. Again, being a witness and observer and allowing that to be information. Now noticing that each exhale is this natural chance to let go. You can inhale deeply, but at some point you have to let the air go. So as we move through the body scan, if you find a spot that is really tense, really tight, take a few breaths, and on the exhale, letting that be your cue and reminder to let go of the tension. So we'll bring our awareness now to the top of our head. Observing and noticing that space, the skin sitting on top of the skull, the hairs on our head. And noticing if there's any tension there. Maybe you don't notice it until you do an exhale and you feel a relaxation happen. And then we'll scan down to our forehead. Again, noticing the skin, the bone, our eyebrows. And then notice what it might feel like to let the eyebrows relax and move away from each other. And scanning down to the eyes, the eyelids, the cheeks. Observing and noticing the lips and the jaw. Moving around to the ears, and the back of the head. The point where the head and the spine meet. And then taking a moment to notice the totality of your head. So all parts. Become very aware of the space that the head takes up. Notice any residual tension, and on your next natural exhale, allow that tension to wash out with the air. Knowing that when you relax and surrender, you are supported. There is no need or benefit to hold on to that tension. Maybe being slightly curious to see what happens when I do relax. We'll scan down to the neck, each vertebrae, the skin, the esophagus and the trachea. So noticing where our nourishment in both air and food move through. Noticing the space the neck takes up. And noticing any tension or relaxation. If you're feeling the tension, allow that breath to draw it away on the exhale. And then bringing our attention down to our shoulders, the collarbones, the shoulder blades, the top few ribs. A spot that is notorious for holding the weight of our world, the tension. So notice and observe first the quality of your body here. Become curious on what it would feel like as you exhale to relax and let those shoulders drop. And then Bringing your attention to your midline where your spine is and the upper back. And following that down to your mid back. So right below the shoulder blades. Noticing that spot behind the heart. Noticing the ribs that wrap around. The heart and lungs contained within. So scanning this part of your body and becoming aware of the little nuances. The spot where there's some tension, the parts that are relaxed. And allowing that deepening of an inward sense of sight or feeling or knowing. And again, on your exhales, allowing any tension to wash away. Curious on what that experience would feel like if you fully relaxed and surrendered. Knowing at this moment there's no specific posture your spine needs to be in. There's nothing specific that you have to be doing other than noticing and observing your body. And continuing down the spine, we move to the lower back. That spot from the bottom of your ribs down to your tailbone, the back of the hip bones. Another spot that's notorious for holding tension. Become aware of the sensations there. Become aware of the quality of the muscles and the bones and the pressure. And invite with your breath a relaxation if there is tension. Again, knowing that the surface beneath you will hold you up. If you were to completely surrender and relax and settle into this body. And then bringing your attention forward to the abdomen. Notice any tension of pulling the belly button in and allow it to relax out. Knowing again that it is okay to not be in perfect posture here, but to let your body be how it wants to be. That permission to be imperfect. To experience what it feels like to surrender and relax the muscles. Taking an inward sight or knowing and the organs within, surrounded with connective tissue, allowing that to have a sense of relaxation as well, and noticing any spots that feel tight or twisted or any sort of sensation within the abdomen. Above belly button, below belly button, sides. Any sensations that come up here are information for us. And bringing your attention down to the very base of your spine, that last vertebrae of the tailbone, the bottom of your pelvis, the sits bones. And notice that connection to the surface beneath you. And notice any sensations, not trying to change them, but to become aware and notice and accept them as they are. And then maybe inviting some breath as you exhale. Again, that natural chance to let the tension release and flow out of your muscles. And then taking a moment to notice your whole spine from tailbone to neck. And notice how from this pillar out through your body feels. Scan for any residual tension in the torso. And invite that breath as you inhale, expanding into that tension. And the exhale, a relaxation, a surrendering, a letting go. And bringing your attention to your arms, the upper arm, the elbow, the forearms. Scanning and noticing and observing where they are in space, what they feel like. The bones within, the muscles outward to the skin. And then that curiosity of what happens if I relax my muscles of my arms. And then bringing your attention to your hands, the back of the hand, the palms, all 10 fingers. Bring that awareness fully to the hand. Notice and observe. And then bringing attention down to the legs, the thighs, the knee, the lower legs. Noticing where they are in space, noticing points of contact, noticing any tension or relaxation, noticing any physical sensations that come up. And then bringing your attention to your feet, the tops of the feet, the bottom, the heel, the big toe, all the way over to pinky toe. And then very slowly scanning from toe up through the legs, the hips, the spine, the arms, the neck, the head, taking your time and just scanning upwards to the top of your head again. And as you move through that, if you notice any spots that maybe the tension moved back in, taking a breath and allowing that exhale to relax it again. And then as you scan your way up, and bring your attention to the top of your head again. Taking a moment to feel the totality of your whole body, that physical form, the beautiful interconnected systems, the space you take up, the relaxation and surrendering that you feel, knowing that there's nothing else you have to do. And there is nothing else that you have to be at this moment. Being present moment to moment with the body in any bodily sensation without attachment, without judgment, with a sense of curiosity and compassion. And then allow yourself to take a deep breath in, bringing that air deep into your lungs and yourself back into this moment. Exhale, maybe wiggling fingers and toes. And then honoring how you want to move from here and taking your time. Noticing the senses one by one again. And just easing yourself back into the now.